Hi everybody, this is Juhi again, Jawahar Alvi. I'm a board certified behavior analyst. I'm also a special educator, clinical director for BASIS. I brought a story again for you guys, and this story is about safety tips. So it's Sal's safety tips. It's about different safety tips that you can use with a child at the home or in the community setting. Um, I like stories. Stories, they have a lot of stuff for the kids to do. They can answer questions, it's comprehension, it's language. Also, they can color the pictures so they can practice those skills. So, this is the story Sal's Safety Tips. I took this from edhelper.com. It's in their special education section. And it is a book about, it's in the life skills section. So the first thing is Sal's the safety salamander has some tips for you. He wants you to be safe in everything you do. So here is Sal, and he's the salamander, and he has some safety tips for you, and he wants you to be very, very safe. And these are the tips, and you have to be safe, right? Sal says, always wear your helmet when on your skateboard or bike. Don't forget, inspect repellent if you're going on a hike. So very cool, very nice. They talk about, if you're going on you're doing like a skateboard or you're on a bike, always wear your helmet. So that's like something that you go over with the kids. And always, if you're going hiking, you're going outside in the summer, make sure the kids are remembering to put on their repellent, the mosquito repellent, because there are so many mosquitoes that are going to be coming now with the summer coming, right? All right, next one, which is know your parents' names and address and your phone number as well. If you should lose your parents, a police officer is the person who you should tell. So this is about stranger danger, that you should know your parents' name, you should know your telephone number, and you should know your address also, because suppose if you get lost, who are you going to go to? You are going to go and you're going to go to a police officer and you're going to tell them your name, and you are going to tell them where like who you are, so that they can help you. You don't go to any other person, you only go to a police officer. Buckle up for safety when you're riding in a car. If the driver must slam on his brakes, you wouldn't go too far. So it's this one. So they're talking about car safety when you're in a car. You have to be safe, and you have to be very safe when you're riding a car, and you have to buckle up. The next one is cross streets using the crosswalks. Always wait for the green light. You should wear reflective clothing if you are out walking at night. So when you're outside, you have to watch before you cross the street. Also, another thing is that when you're crossing the street, make sure that you're wearing your materials that are like reflecting, when you're in the dark, so that a car cannot, like God forbid, hit you or anything like that. Stay with your parents, stay away from strangers. Always stick with your buddy, never go places alone. But if you must go by yourself, you should have a cell phone. So again, always be with a buddy, never go alone, always have your cell phones, always make sure that your parents know where you are, be safe. And the next one is cooking in the kitchen can be a lot of fun. Be sure the oven is off, and you should clean up when you are done. So again, kitchen and kitchen safety is extremely important. Cooking, you should be very careful when you're cooking. You should always be careful with the heat, all these things. You shouldn't go without permission, without the help of an older person. You should make sure that you are safe in the kitchen, right? So that's something that you have to tell them. Hey, this is hot, this is cold. So these are things that you have to, you have to make the kids understand this discrimination. Always stop and look both ways before crossing the street. These are some safety tips from Sal, but the list is not complete. Are there other safety tips that Safety Sal has missed? What are some other safety tips you might add to this list? So these, here's, you can question, with the kids. You can talk about what are other safety tips. Don't climb on tables. How many of us have climbers? I have worked with climbers. They climb on the bed. They climb on the the cabinets. One of them even opened up the window, was about to jump out. So again, these are all safety tips. We have to talk to our kids about them. We cannot run in the streets. There are safety rules, there are safety laws. We have to abide by them. So talk to your kids about these safety rules and embed them in your kids, It's so important. Talk to them. Okay, talk to them like they understand. They do understand a lot. They understand a lot more than we think they understand. That's my tip of the day. Talk to them like they understand, because they understand a lot more than we think they understand. Treat them with respect, treat them with dignity, and always honor their choices. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe and stay healthy.